I'm back in the studio, and I have to say I'm really excited to show you what Jason has up on the easel today. This one has been up and down off this easel continuously since December. And it is the sea turtle. I know many of you are familiar with that from past studio sneak peeks and pictures that we put up. But let me tell you, this guy is becoming one of my favorites. You know, with this whole coronavirus thing, I see, you know, different agencies and groups talking about sea turtles. There are 7 different sea turtles in the world. And they've been all endangered forever. And this spring and summer is going to be like their comeback. I just know it. It's pretty cool. So Jay, what do you have to share with us about this guy who just keeps coming back to the easel? Why is it taking so long? As I look at all the details.
Yeah, so this one has been a haul. It's bigger. It's one of the biggest ones I've done. And when you go
how big
big,
is this?
this is 40 inches by 40 inches.
Woo. Yeah.
So the only one that I've done bigger is the great white shark. But
Okay.
This one, when you have a bigger canvas, there's more canvas, so there's more stuff to see, and you can't hide things. And so this one sat fallow for a month at least. I couldn't do it anymore. I was like, and
you
it
lost your
lost the mojo. Yeah, because you get into the middle of it, the slog. And I remember when I did the Speed Racer one, the cheetah, it was similar, whereas all the spots and all the details, and you just can't rush it. At the same time, I try not to get lost in the details that no one will ever see. There's like a fine line. But as it sat there on the easel, and maybe you can relate to this, you get that sense of dread, and like every day that goes by, you feel like, oh, you heap shame on yourself. I should do this. I should do this. And all of a sudden the task becomes bigger and bigger and bigger.
Totally.
And what I needed to remind myself with this is that to just start for 5 minutes. Just start for 5 minutes.
You constantly tell me that.
I know. And I have to.
This is like the thing he's always telling me. Do it for 5 minutes.
Do it for 5 minutes, and be honest with yourself that if after 5 minutes you want to be done, you can be done. But the secret trick is once you get into it, there's momentum. So this Monday, I think it was Monday, I started beginning of this week. I just started, and lo and behold, started to get some momentum. Now I think I've hit the worst of it. Like I'm past the worst of it, which hopefully is kind of a metaphor to this coronavirus thing. And maybe we're just on the edge of the worst of it. It's still got a ways to go.
Can I peek up at some of these details? Now you can kind of see why he has been dreading it. Because can you imagine? I mean, there's so many colors involved in these little spots.
Yes, and if you look at the picture there, I'm going with black and white so I can pay attention to the values, because I realized that's another thing. I cannot paint this sea turtle green because the reason it's green and blue is because it's in the water, and this one's not in the water. So that kind of took me some extra time to figure out that in order to make it look right, it needs to reflect the sky and not the water that it is normally in. So that took a while, but I think I've hit the tipping point, and it's home stretch time. Well, relatively speaking.